All right. Good morning, everybody. Coach Chris here. It's Morning Mobility. We're going to start off with some breathing as well as kind of get that posterior and anterior chain woken up. So let's go ahead and ground those feet. Nice athletic stance. I want you to reach those hands out as wide as you can. Reach those fingertips. Breathe in through the nose. Expand the belly. Fill that belly up with air. And then as you exhale, a strong fold. Rounding those shoulders forward. Reaching for those toes. And then rising up vertebrae by vertebrae. We're going to do that 2 more times. Big breath in. Exhale, fold. And rising up vertebrae by vertebrae. 1 more time. Big breath. Reach those fingertips. Reach those hands. Open up that chest. Fill that belly with air. And fold. Again, rising up, stacking those vertebrae along the way. All right, I want you to give yourself a big old hug. It's cold out here, so I got to warm myself up. So we're going to start off with this one. Still those feet grounded right underneath the hips. We're just going to go with some trunk rotation. So let's pick a direction. I really don't care which one. Hips are going to stay still. Again, you're giving yourself a big old hug, and we're just trying to work some rotations with that upper trunk, that torso. Again, checking to make sure hips are not moving. You're staying consistent with your direction as of now. And then let's change it up. Opposite direction. Wonderful. Shake those arms out for me. All right, I want you to find a little bit more of a, not a wide squat stance, more of a comfortable squat stance for you. And this next move is going to be very similar to a windmill. If a squat and a windmill had a baby. All right, so we're going to pull down. Knees are going to slightly go forward. So we almost have a bad squat form here. So chest is nice and proud. I want you to take that right hand and reach it inside of that right leg, so inside of that calf. And now we're going to take our left hand to sky. Eyes are on left hand. And breathe. We're going to be in this position for a little bit. And now I want you to try to straighten out that left leg for me. So a little bit more intense in that hamstring. Again, eyes are on that left hand. Right hand is inside of the right calf. Breathe. And let's pull that left hand back down. Coming back to center, stand up nice and tall. Let's reset, opposite direction, opposite side. Pulling down, knees go slightly forward, chest is nice and proud. I'll go side view this time. Gonna reach inside of my left calf with my left hand, right hand to sky. Eyes are on that right hand. And now I'm gonna straighten out that right leg. Breathe. Bringing that right hand back down, back to center, stay nice and tall. We're going to do that 1 more time on each side. We're going to shorten up the time, so try to make it a little bit more intense for me if you can. All right, pulling down, right hand inside of that right calf, left hand to sky. Now drive that left knee back, straighten out that left leg, strong rotation through the hips. And bring that left hand back down, stay nice and tall, reset. Pulling back down towards the floor, left hand inside of that left calf, right hand to sky. Straighten out that right leg, try to rotate through the hips this time. And bring that right hand back down, stand tall. All right, shake out a little bit. Good work on that one. A little different variation of our windmill. We're going to drop down to a half kneel position. Let's get that right knee onto the floor. And as we're getting set up, we can just give you a couple rocks if you like. Just kind of priming that hip flexor. Making sure we're trying to get that belt line towards that belly button. So we should feel kind of the crease of our pants if we were seated. And be challenged right now. All right, so we're going to up that intensity a little bit. I want you to Pull that rib cage down. Give yourself a few little taps. Get that rib cage pulled down. Shoulder blades back. And I want you to interlock your fingers or grab onto your other hand. As we press our hips back, we're going to take those hands and reach them back through the thigh, through the groin area, like we're reaching behind us. And now go tall. Squeeze that right glute, extend through that hip. We're going to be flossing the hip 4 more times. Press the hips back, reach the hands back, and tall. Back. Press hips back. Feel that left hamstring, feel that groin, and then tall. Extend through that right hip. 2 more. Back. Tall. Back. Tall, and relax, switching out legs. You can stay where you're at, but pivot around just for camera reasons. All right, left knee is down. Just give me a couple of movements first in that hip, just getting that left hip flexor primed again. Getting bell line to belly button. All right, rib cage is down, shoulder blades back and down. You're holding on to your right hand or your left hand. Just make sure your hands are together. We're going to press those hips back, feel that right groin, that right hamstring, and then go tall. Squeeze through that left glute. 4 more. Back. Tall. Back. Tall. 2 more. Back. Tall. Back. Reach, reach, reach. Really feel that groin, feel that hamstring in that right side. And tall. All right, relax. We're going to drop on down to a seated position with feet out in front. I know yesterday y'all worked in some off shin boxes, so we're just going to use those as kind of a prime movement real quick. Feet out in front of the body. I want you to drop the knees off to the left. What I like for you to finish is about, you could fit your fist between your heel and your knee. So a little bit of a gap there. All right, let's take that right knee across. Challenge the groin. Left knee follows. As we go back to the left, we're going to introduce in a fold, so dropping those knees off to the left, coming down to that left forearm, reaching that right hand overhead, exhale. Sliding that right hand back in, taking knees over to the right, dropping onto that right forearm, left hand reaches overhead, exhale. Sliding that left hand back in, back off to the left. Dropping down that left forearm, reaching right hand overhead. Not forgetting that exhale. And slide it back in, going back right. And now we're going to pick up pace. We got 6 more reps. Left. Left forearm, reach that right hand. Exhale. Slide it in, off to the right. Let's try to pick up that intensity, really forcing that air out. Reach that left hand. Going left. Reach that right hand. Going right. Don't forget that breath. Right forearm, reach that left hand. Last 2, left. Last 1, right. Really reach. Finish off strong here. Excellent. Reset. Back to the center. All right, we're going to go into our 90-90 stretch. Some of us get it confused with the shin box. They're similar. They're cousins, but very different setup. All right, so we're going to have that right leg out in front of us, so 90 degrees in the ankle, knee, through the groin. And then we're looking at that left leg, same thing, 90 degrees all the way through. You should be able to reach your left hand off to the side and be right in line with that left thigh. All right, we're nice and tall here. And that's what you should explore for a moment. Exploring could mean trunk rotations. It could mean some dips, some movement here. Just gonna kind of see where our sticking points are in this movement. See if it's our hip talking to us or our low back. But now I want you to take it to the center, nice and tall. When we hinge, you don't round. I want you to keep that chest up. So lead with your chest. We're gonna hinge forward. And now if you can challenge yourself here, I want to see if you can lift that left foot. Hold, breathe. And back. If you can't lift that left foot, you may not be doing this wrong. It's a challenging movement. We're trying to figure out how to return on that hip. All right, hinge forward, lift the left foot. If you can, hold. You might feel a little cramping sensation. You'll be okay, I promise. And back, 2 more. Hinge, lift, back, reset, hinge, lift. Really starting to get some connection going on back here. You might notice that foot's finally gotten off the ground, and relax. We're going to switch out sides. You can pivot over for camera reasons and kind of switch around. All right, same type of setup. Left leg's now in front, 90 degrees, ankle, knee, groin. You can reach that right arm off to the sides and line with that right thigh. And again, we're going to start off with just a little bit of exploration. And work some trunk rotations. You can work some circles, just seeing how things feel. All right, let's take it back to center. Chest is in line with that left knee. As you work that hinge, again, we're leading with the chest, and we're going to see if we can lift that right foot up. And back. Get a little more cramping sensation in my hamstring today compared to my left. See what's going on in the next 3. Hinging forward, lifting that right foot. And back, 2 more. Hinge, lift, reset, last one, hinge, lift, hold, breathe. Quick call out, if you could do one side much better than the other, we need to address those asymmetries, all right? If you know how to do it, do it. If you don't, shoot us a message. And relax. All right, we're going to sit going over to a quick child's pose just to kind of reset the hips. So let's get the knees underneath the body, kick those knees out nice and wide so you can really drop those hips back, walk those hands out, sitting on back, breathe. All right. Let's get those hips back up, knees underneath those hips. We're going to sneak into a dynamic pigeon, finish off with a nice little hold. So I like to start this one off, get into that plank position. I like to rock the body forward. It makes it a little easier for me to get that left shin up behind the wrist. But I want you to stay tall for right now. So lighting's decent today. You might be able to notice my left hip's off the ground. And we're going to work 5 reps. We're working exhale and press that hip back. So chest stays proud. Now let's press that hip back, exhale. Tall. Work on your breath. So I'll go a little faster, you can slow it down. Back and exhale. Pressing that left hip towards the corner of your room. Tall. Down. Tall. 2 more. Down. Keep pressing back. Should really feel that left hip in this stretch. Tall. Last one. Sink it back. And now I want you to find moderate intensity and continue to hold this stretch and breathe. If you're feeling really mobile today and you want to go to a fold, or you want to walk around, you're more than welcome to do so. This is your class. This is your prep work for the day ahead. About 15 more seconds. And let's start taking that tension off, getting that left leg back. Let's go drop those knees for a quick moment. Kick those knees out, sit back, child's pose. Quick reset in the hips. All right, bring those hips on back up, kick it back into that plank position. Again, if you'd like to get into a pigeon pose, a different format, you're more than welcome to. Again, I like to rock forward, makes it a little easier to get that shin up. And again, I've got a nice gap behind my right hip. You can see a little bit of floor underneath of me. As I exhale, press that hip back towards the corner of my room. and tall, back, tall, back, tall, 2 more, back, tall, and it's last one. It's not sneaky this time. We're going to be holding it. Sit on back, find moderate intensity, and breathe. Again, if you're feeling pretty good today, we're going to work more forward fold. We're going to work some rotations in this position. If you're about to go for a run after this and want to keep it a little bit more dynamic, please do so. You got about 20 more seconds. All right, let's start taking some tension off, taking that right leg back. Last time, let's drop those knees, kick those knees out. Not quite as long this time. Just quick little child's pose to reset. All right, depending on how you're set up, you can either flip your legs around and just roll on over. We're going to get into a supine position, aka we're going to get onto our backs. We're going to introduce back in a little bit of movement first. So we're going to do some alternating leg cradles. So I want you to pull that right knee towards your right shoulder, and then however you like to grab on with your hands, we're going to try to cradle that towards our chest, towards our shoulder. Exhale, and switch. 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 Keep working that exhale. Challenge yourself here. Switch. Trying to take that knee outside the shoulder if you're starting to feel pretty primed. Switch. Switch. 2 more coming up. Switch. Last one. Switch. And reset. Extend those legs out. All right. We're going to go and get that right knee over top of the right hip, interlocking those fingers behind on the hamstring, technically above the knee, but actually feels like below the knee. And we're going to drive that right heel to the sky. Nice strong hamstring floss as we keep that left leg pinned to the ground. Exhale. And then pull that heel back down. And extend. Down. Extend. Down. Extend. 1 more. Down. Extend. All right, resetting, keeping that right knee over top the right hip. I want you to take that left hand outside of the right knee. Right hand just off to the side. And all you're looking to do here is pull that knee across the body a little bit. Hips are staying on the ground, your low back staying on the ground, shoulder blades are on the ground. Really, my right hip is only over top, or my right knee is only over top of my left hip right now. I'm trying to feel the outside of my hip open. Nice little IT band stretch as well. Very simple stretch, but effective. And let's relax, extend out that right leg. Bringing that left knee over top left hip, interlock those fingers. Let's drive that left heel to the sky. Strong exhale. Pull down. Extend. You need something else to think about. Think about flexing that quad, that nice strong muscle in the front of your leg. Down. Extend, flex that quad. Down, 2 more. Extend. Down and press. Flex that quad. Resets, taking that right hand outside of that left knee, pulling that left knee across the body just enough to hopefully feel a little stretch, a little warmth along the outside of that left thigh. This is what we're going to be finishing with today. Taking that left knee over top left hip, press that left leg forward as you sit up, unless you came here for abs class. Y'all, thank you very much for spending your morning with me. Have a wonderful Thursday, and we will see you tomorrow morning. Y'all stay classy out there.